All right, welcome back, Sunrisers. Class is in session. I mean, class look a little different today still. Like, so we're on holiday, extra lessons. But it's time for another round of Money Masterclass. Currency Q&A brought to you by JN Bank. Your financial questions are in. And our Money Masterclass guru, Carlton, is here to break it all down. Carlton, break it down, break it down,
Rabbi,
break it down.
good morning. So class is a little bit different this morning, but that's how it go. On good?
We're good.
We have little orange and green and something more going. I like that.
Yeah.
Looking fresh
I didn't
and
even
nice.
think about it.
Did not even think about
man. I
it.
don't know that.
I'm sure that Jane is going to tell us what color this really is.
I don't know the color, but
It's
orange
burnt
and little green.
orange.
Yeah.
It's really?
It is.
Or just orange. So this morning, following the budget presentation and the discussion that we had, a few persons still had some questions. And it is okay if you're not too sure. It's okay if you need clarity. Because I see a lot of things going on in social media.
Absolutely.
That I think if we had clarity sometimes and understanding some of the things that we would have said outside of not being just tribal in politics, then we have had a better understanding.
Right.
So some of our viewers posed some questions, wanting some help. Let us break it down this morning as our bright students are here with the teacher this morning.
Break it down.
The first one, Tasha, she's 29, she's a female. Carlton, I'm hearing a lot about the government increasing the income tax threshold, but I'm not sure how it will really affect my paycheck. Will I see a difference? How or will it take a while to feel it? Will it take a while to feel what government just explained?
So how much money? Well, even if you make money over the threshold, you still
have an impact.
Yeah.
So the tax threshold is really and truly the level at which your salary needs to be before it is taxable. Yeah?
Income tax.
The income tax, thanks for that.
Right.
So for right now, it's at $1.7 million. So for persons who earn 1.7 per annum, you do not pay income tax. However, over that amount is where income tax will kick in. The government has said that here, what we're proposing, that we will now raise that from 1.7 to 1.8, then to 1.9, then ultimately $2 million.
In increments,
so in income tax, yes. So you're not jumping from 1.7 now to straight at the $2 million.
Right.
So for the first year, you will save about a 2,000 something roughly on your paycheck. You'll see an additional 2,000 something. In the second year, when it moves to 200,000, you'll see an additional maybe $2,000, and the third year, an additional 2,000. So over the 3 year, maybe $6,000 by year 3 in income from your payslip.
And this is per month?
Per month, you will see that approximately. So that's how you will see the impact on your payslip. So I know persons were thinking maybe it's $2,000 every month for the next 3 years, but in year 1, it will be that. Then year 2, when it goes to 1.8, it changes again. And year 3, when it goes to $2 million, it will then change again. Right. So you will start seeing a little bit more money in your salary. Not the big thing that we may be thinking, but at least every mickle may make a muckle.
Of course, because your time's at 6 by 12.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I remember when we were first hearing of the threshold and the 1.5. I think it would work out to about $18,000 or something like that
Per annum.
what was the figure?
No, I remember when it first moved, it was moving from like 570 something way up. So
Right.
So I'm saying now an incremental move. I mean, if you were looking at $18,000 more in your pay, no, you're not going to expect much more than 6. But now we're coming from that now. If you add on the 6 onto that, onto what you were saving before, it's a significant sum. And I've always been like, leave the money in my pay, take it out in my expenditure.
Yeah, man, give me the money. Let me, as small as it is, give me.
Yes, because then you can invest your money and earn more than whatever expenditure
give me the money. So you will see a little bit on your salary. All right, working. The next one is from Trevor. Let me jump to Trevor. All right. I'm looking to go back to university, but I'm afraid to borrow from the SLB. I can't afford it, but I'm also afraid to borrow from the SLB because the loan repayments are sometimes too high. From his talking to persons, how will the government's new proposal help me? So the government, from their proposal, has said that they will now extend the loan tenure. I think it's from 5 now to 7, then it will go now to 10 years. So a longer tenure obviously will give you what is called a cheaper monthly payment. So even if they do not address the interest rate right away, as the minister had confirmed on Money Masterclass last Thursday, that they will also be revising the interest rate. But for now, the push is to extend the tenure. So a longer tenure will then give you a cheaper monthly payment. And as a new person coming from university, you just start your first job. You do not want a high monthly payment.
Right.
Because you may have bills, you may want to start to buy a little car, something may want, to be done. So in this person's case, the extension of the tenure will never help you as a student. So go and take the student loan. I tell people all the time, do not shy away from SLB. Don't shy away from it. It's your education.
But
it's
also,
a good investment.
don't shy away from investing in yourself.
Yes.
You must invest in yourself, because this then allows you to market yourself differently, to then earn differently, to approach the loan differently.
Right.
Yeah.
But and also there are other aspects, because so in extending the life and changing the interest rates and increasing the amount available. And, changing the time when you start paying back.
Right.
And so there are a lot of things that make it more affordable than what that person, Trevor, might think.
Correct. And as for persons, as again, they said, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. A lot of persons, if you plan to stay in the regular corporate 9 to 5, etc., and you do not get qualified, you may earn $70,000 a month. You may possibly earn that.
And people are going to pass you out.
Pass you out. If you invest the $1 million in the education, and then you get a degree, the chance of you getting a better paying job is much higher.
Correct.
And you'll make that money maybe in 1-2 years. All right? The next one is that I have 2 kids, I have children, but they're not interested in money talk, in budget talk. How can I get them to understand why decisions are important for the country and for our future? What do you guys think? You both have children. Yeah, what do you think?
You have to socialize them into the conversation very early. And so if it sounds like you may be starting late, I don't know how you pick them don't like the money conversation. And maybe they don't feel like they need money because you take care of everything.
Yes.
Is it, Kimberly, is it that you take care of everything so well that they feel like they don't need money? Break down the constructs that are being discussed into things that they can understand.
The best way to do it, your lunch money. That's the perfect start. So initially, if they're, depending on their age, if they're really small, you give them daily lunch money, and you ask them how much the patty costs, how much the chicken costs, how much change they're to get, and then write it down. Then now, what I've just done, my daughter gone high school, you know what I do? I give her money for the week on a Monday. So she has to budget. So no, and you can't come back to me because there's no more money into the budget. This is your weekly allocation. So now you learn budgeting and how you allot your money and what you do and how you save and if you want to so and so and so. And then now you apply it to the real life budget conversation.
Correct. And I don't need to answer anymore. Thank you, teachers. I don't have to answer anymore. That is exactly how you do it. Make it interesting for the kids at their level.
Applicable to them.
Let them be able to apply it to their everyday life.
Break it down and then bring it back to the macroeconomic
Exactly. And you'll be able to at least get the kids involved. Because not only are children not involved, but you have adults sometimes who are not involved.
Exactly.
They don't listen, they don't watch. And I think as we get more exposed to the financial world, everybody, we need to stay tuned, stay in line, listen to what's happening, and see how it impacts you and I, and don't just listen to everybody's commentary. Because I see a lot of things going around, and they tell me that people don't listen, they don't listen to understand, listen to hear. And that's a big challenge that we're having. Those are what we have.
Also, a really good one too, if your child asks for something, don't just say no. You say, it's not in our budget.
Let them understand.
Wait, we have a budget? We've got a budget.
We have a budget.
It's not in our budget. So you're familiar with the jargon, you're familiar with the idea that, we have to budget for things.
Yes. But that's all that we have this morning from the viewers. We have some more about
it was plenty.
We have more about all the time. But as you all know, if you have more questions, anything that you're not understanding clearly, we are here to help you here on the Money Masterclass.
What's coming up in Corner Office?
Corner Office this week is we're going to see an equestrian. Somebody like who teaches the horse riding, and I was on the horse riding around the stable in the Rich last time.
You jump over nothing?
You're crazy. You must be crazy, Dennis. I want to come off the horse.
What a Corner Office.
So you want to stay tuned tonight to ensure that you are seeing, and you could actually
That's all the time we have for Money Masterclass. It's brought to you by J and Bang.
Oh, is it?
Many thanks to Carlton. Always for being such a good sport here.
Sweet as pie.
Stick around, because up next, roses are red, violets are blue. Kingston Poetry Week is in full swing. That doesn't rhyme, but I thought it would. And we'll have the details just for you when we return.